Hi, it's Rich White. I want to give you guys a little video here on my track plan that I've been working on off and on for the last couple of years, I think. I finally inserted the Carson Hill plug into it and kind of threw it down on some foam core board just to give you guys an idea of the overall layout. And for those that were interested in the track plan, here it is. So I'll kind of explain it as best I can. We'll zoom in here and we'll go to the first module, which is the Payless. This was the first module that I built and started in 93, finished about 96, and it appeared in the Narrow Gauge and Short Line Gazette on just this module. Never planned on building any more than that, but anyway, you know how that goes. The next module was the Caddis Creek module. It's 3 feet by 18 inches wide. Track continues over a small trestle, tunnel, sharp 90-degree turn, another little trestle, and that then goes into the Moxon Flat module right here. That's the 18-inch gauge line that serves the two mines. There's a big ore dump right there where the ore gets transferred into the 30-inch cars. Passing siding, when we're operating it, when we run it, it's a pretty interesting area. I have a little Davenport up here that shuttles cars around, and it can get kind of hairy there as we're trying to move. Normal operating, we're trying to move 40 ore cars a session into the mill, down to the mill. This section is a continuation of Caddis Creek. There's a little cabin there, pretty large trestle that I scratch built. This area is real gnarly with a lot of rock. You've seen that. And Cascade Creek and Cascade Falls right there. So go back over here. This section right here is about a 6.5% grade coming out of the mill. And the only engine that can navigate it with any cars at all is my Heisler. So that's the Payless Mill. Again, Carson Hill Road kind of winds through the whole section. Upgrade here into Carson Hill, which is just Captain Raspel's store, my barbershop, an old jail, and a miner's cabin. Now this section here, I wanted to kind of explain to you guys why I built the plug. This was the Upper Mount Bullion module, and if you can imagine the plug not being there and this module butted up against the Carson Hill module, Captain Raspel's store was just way, way, way too close to Placer Street on the Upper Mount Bullion module. It looked terrible. I didn't plan it well. I got rushed. Actually, the modules were put up. This module was kind of put up. So I didn't take my time and plan it. And when I put it together, I hated it. So it just was horrible. So anyway, I built the 18-inch plug, which I've documented on videos, and it moved out Upper Mount Bullion enough so that it looks a bit more realistic. It's not perfect, but it's better. So this is the Upper Mount Bullion module. These are all about 19 inches wide. I made them just a bit wider so that I could get my buildings in. So we have Placer Street, we have Ore Street, and then Mine Street runs in and tees into Ore. And then there's Carson Hill Road where it kicks into Upper Mount Bullion. So that's kind of it. There's not a lot of track on the Payless. I just finished an article that's going to be in the NMRA UK magazine. So if you guys look for that, that should be coming out in a couple of months. But that's kind of the plan. There's not a lot of track on the Payless. There's a lot of scenery and a lot of stuff going on, but not a lot of track. So just enough to make it fun and really make it interesting. Is, like I said, when we operate, we try and move 40 ore cars from the three mines into the mill in a certain amount of time. And that's kind of how we do the operation. So that's my funky track plan. I'm going to do a better one down the road. The area I film in this is in my Rich White Models area. This is where I do all my casting for my kits on that I've been selling on eBay. I'm sure you guys have probably purchased some from me. And the garage where the Payless lives is dusty and not perfect, but it is what it is. She's been out here. She's going to stay out here. I cover the track with bubble wrap. It helps keep the dust off. It's a big railroad when it's all put together. That's the Caddis Creek area right there. We just did a bunch of photos again for the magazine. So I just now put all my bubble wrap back on. Tried to clean stuff up a bit as I'm going to finish up. I have 2 blue points that I have to finish up for the final couple of switches. Those things are kind of a booger to put in. I'm not a real good track guy, as I've said before. But I have a buddy of mine helping me, so we'll get them in, and then I'll put the harp switch stands back on. Not working, but just, you know, for effect. So anyway, Payless over there. There's the mill. There's Carson Hill. The plug is somewhere else. Oh, the plug is up here. This is Mount Bullion. Upper Mount Bullion. Upper Mount Bullion. The plug is right here, kind of just sitting. So it'll all be put together eventually. And then if we scoot over here to my eBay area, there is Lower Mount Bullion. So the two modules butt together right here. These have been really fun to work on, and I'll do a really detailed articles on these builds. Had a lot of problems with it sitting out here. My telephone poles they've been getting busted, getting caught on, it's just too close to the edge of the table here when I'm grabbing stuff and trying to get stuff packaged up. So I'm gonna take my poles out and redo all my poles. But anyway, it's my work area where I do all my models. When I do a lot of my carving, getting ready to put out a couple of new kits. I'm going to call one For Rent and the other one a abandoned Pony Express office. So I'm painting those up right now and getting them all ready. And I'll have those available for sale on eBay. So anyway, this is her. It's where she's at, and she's well. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. Just kind of an overall of what's going on out here. So that's kind of it. I'll go ahead and get this up. You guys leave any comments, any suggestions, anything, just fire them over. Okay? All right, see ya.